today I just thought I'd do a quick video about guinea pigs and being tame and all that, because I keep getting a lot of questions about sort of like adopting them and are they tame, sort of, yeah, general, just taming seems to be a big sort of talking point when it comes to adopting. So I just want to clear a few things up, like for sort of factual and sort of from me running the rescue. But first things first is timing at the end of the day comes down to sort of a few things, which is more so like personality, like how comfortable they are and sort of to how tame they can get or they will get. It also comes down to that relationship. It's the same as humans, like for us to feel comfortable and have more comfortable qualities, like you're not going to meet someone and do one behaviour, the same behaviours as you may do with your best friend, and that's sort of the same thing with guinea pigs. It's like they need to know you and they need to be comfortable with you to sort of express that sort of tameness and that feeling of being handled and whatnot. Again, some of it comes down to sheer personality. Like I've known some guinea pigs where they aren't keen on humans no matter how much effort you put in with them. I've known guinea pigs that like being handled but maybe aren't that interested in taking food off you, for example. I've known guinea pigs where they're more interested in human interactions than they are with other guinea pigs, and they would be considered highly tamer than other guinea pigs. I know guinea pigs that are more comfortable with guinea pigs and less comfortable with humans. Some that will genuinely be happier being picked up, and some that are not that happy being picked up, but they're more than happy to take food from you or to sit with you. So, and this is all sort of down to personality and how comfortable they are, like in their own character and whatnot. Experiences also will shape this a lot. Some of the experiences, like if they're not being handled much, they are going to take a lot longer to warm up to being handled and being tame. I use that because that's sort of, I don't see guinea pigs as tame or not tame. I see it as that their individual personalities, their experiences, all of that rolled in to create their character, which I think is an important thing to remember as well. Genuinely, girls will form relationships more with other guinea pigs than humans. Obviously, if you spend time with them, they'll get used to you. In general experience, boys are more likely to warm up to humans quicker, and they're more likely to have a closer bond with their human owners than girls. Girls are a lot more comfortable in sort of small herds and with other guinea pigs and whatnot, and they enjoy that a lot more as a general overview. Obviously, again, this depends from guinea pig to guinea pig, character to character, how they like, whether this applies to them or not. But just as a general overview from experience, that's what I find. When it comes to actually running the rescue and guinea pigs being tame, then you have to understand that you're not going to get guinea pigs that are amazingly tame or comfortable in human company, because a lot of the rescues we get in are sort of guinea pigs that have been left, and sort of they've just been left there and they've not been cared for on a personal level, so to speak, and they've maybe not had those interactions that more of a loving home might have had. A lot of the guinea pigs we get are garden guinea pigs as well, that typically don't live outside, and therefore they haven't been around people, because even our voices and that help them sort of tame and feel comfortable. And we get a lot of sort of, more so though, the majority of guinea pigs I get in are guinea pigs that haven't had a lot of interaction with humans. There's a small handful where they've come from loving homes, and just due to like unfortunate circumstances they've had to be surrendered. Those ones are usually a lot more like comfortable with humans than the majority of guinea pigs that we get coming in to the rescue in the first place. So in terms of rescue guinea pigs in general that we get here, there's very few that we get that are completely comfortable and happy with humans and sort of in human company. And then sort of while they're here at the rescue, because I'm a rescue, and as a lot of you know, I'm also a mum to the noisy child in the background and another one that's upstairs. So I also have children, and as you can see, I also do other things as well as rescue. So it can be very hard for me to give them the same attention and get them used to me as a person. That's next to impossible. I have my own pets. There's guinea pigs being treated, but I've got a couple of ferrets and a rabbit that are my own personal pets. And obviously they're indoors with me, they hear my voice, they're out. The rabbit's a house rabbit, so he's always roaming about and he's in our company, so he's very used to us. The ferrets is much the same, they're either asleep in the cage or they're out and they're roaming about with me here and whatnot. So, and this is the same for guinea pigs. Guinea pigs need to have that constant sort of being able to hear you, have you living with them, having your presence just in the room. They need all of that to sort of help them tame. Obviously as a rescue, Tyler, trying to do this, just keep your voice down. Obviously as a rescue, like they're up the shed, I can't house them all indoors, they're up the shed. That their main company is other guinea pigs, and they don't get the same pet treatment as pets do get, which is why I stress a lot to people that the taming is a owner's responsibility. Like, at the end of the day, it'd be cruel as well for me to get involved, and like especially when they're only here for a short time in a lot of cases. It'd be cruel for me to spend time them making a bond with me for them just to get passed on again. They're better off staying within guinea pig company, and then sort of when they get adopted, being able to form that bond and that close relationship with their new owners and not with me. In terms of actually sort of how you could go about this, a quick note on sort of age as well. In terms of age, younger a guinea pig is, the sort of easier it is for them to build bonds, as they haven't gone that long. More of their life will have been spent making that bond in the end than it would have, you know what I mean. So an older guinea pig who we get in that hasn't had attention his whole life and isn't used to humans and hasn't been for the whole of his life, that he's gonna find it harder and he's gonna struggle a lot more to create that bond than like a younger guinea pig who maybe is only 3-6 months old, only been with little interaction for 3-6 months, a year, that's it, of the whole 5 years they can live, 5-6 years, whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean though, like longer the without company, the harder it is for them to trust, because the timing at the end of the day comes down to being able to trust a human. It's like, what I find, put yourself in their shoes, they're a little tiny creature, and as well as that they're also prey animal, which means a lot of their instincts is to run and hide and shelter from anything bigger than them, and so they need time to learn that you're not a predator and you're not there to hurt them, and that in fact you can be a friend to them and you can be a comfort to them, and they need the time to build that. And again, that's not going to happen in a rescue life. That's only going to happen once they've been adopted, and it genuinely, it's much like sort of clipping nails. It's much like clipping nails, cutting fur, grooming fur, general, like, you know, taking them to the vets. It's just part of owning them as a guinea pig, to build a relationship and sort of get them comfortable to you and have them feeling comfortable with you and building that bond with that guinea pig. It is simply part of having a guinea pig. So I can't stress enough to people who ask me about it, like, are the guinea pigs tame and that. Even if they are tame, they need time when you adopt them to get to know you, because they don't know you and they might be a bit like, you know, a bit shy of that, bit unsure of what to make of that relationship. As well as that, when they are adopted, no matter how tame they are, I'm ripping them out of the environment they've been in for however long. Like, you know, some of them I can have up to like a year, 2 years, maybe more, before they actually find a home. And so I'm ripping them out of that environment and shoving them into a box or a carrier. I'm bringing them into my house where they've not been, and there's all these new sounds, and then they're being driven in a car most of the time to a new home. Don't. Okay, it's okay, I'll come and sort it in a minute. And then I'm ripping them out. They get, you know, car journey, new home. They're being ripped out of all of that. It's all new. It's all shocking. It's all something they don't know what's going on, and can be quite scary for them. So a lot of the time, even if they're tame, when you adopt them, you need to take that time after, once you get them home, to get them used to you, get them used to the environment, get them used to being there, being with you, and help them feel comfortable by building that bond with them. In terms of actually taming and helping this process though, you can do several things. Normally, hand feeding is a good thing because food, and they're learning trust from that food. So that's a good thing to start doing with them. There's also sort of sitting down in, like, if you've got a room big enough, sit in the room with them so that they can come up to you and they can feel comfortable with you. Talking to them constantly, getting them used to your voice, getting them used to you. Like, I always make a point of talking to them as I bring their food and their water and whatnot, so that they associate me with being fed, with being looked after. So even if I can't build a very close bond with them, I can at least build a bond where they feel comfortable and they associate me with good things and not bad things. And various things. When you're getting them, picking them up, because this is another thing I get a lot of as well, is about handling them and actually picking them up. Because they're prey animals, they don't like it when their feet can't be on the ground. So picking them up is very distressing to them. And this can stay distressing through their whole life, or they may get used to it with time. Again, it's dependent on the actual personality of the guinea pig, on sort of which one's the case there. But genuinely, I will say, go in slow, don't go in fast, because if you go in fast, that just scares them, that prey instinct kicks in, they get scared, it makes it worse. So go in slow, and I always corner like this into the corner gently and scoop up underneath, so the feet are then on my hands, and then I bring them in and I put their feet on my chest and I support their back. This helps make them feel secure and grounded, and it helps them realise that you're not a threat, because if you were a threat you would be just going for it. It's like, and that is genuinely, if you go catch even the most nervous of guinea pigs, genuinely you will catch them doing it like that. But yeah, it was basically all I wanted to I just wanted to speak through there's a whole misconception about like taming, and the most part I say when I talk to people is, look at it from a human perspective, or for, like, you know, think about your own relationships, your own bonds, and then put yourself and that into their shoes, as a prey animal, as a small animal, as an animal that's most likely been mistreated in one way or another, which is why they've ended up in rescue anyway. And just, you know, just sort of remember that everyone's different, they're not all the same, so you've got to get to know them, get what they like, get what they don't like, start to understand them, and once you start understanding them, it becomes easy, you find ways around it. Like I always say, if I've got a guinea pig that doesn't like being picked up, get them in a tunnel, pick them up in the tunnel, put them down where they need to go, on the floor, and then I've moved them, they're in my presence without me stressing them out as well. So just genuinely, I just wanted to do this video to sort of, you know, get that all on one. So thanks.